Hey everybody, I'm here with my daily video a little bit early just because I wanted to prioritize it and I have a really busy day of things that I have to do. I think I might even have to go to a meeting today. Womp womp. I hate going to meetings. But I have a whole list of DIY videos for planner stuff that I wanted to do for you all, and this one's a really fun one. It's a way to make your own planner stickers without fussy cutting or die cutting, like using the silhouette like at all. It uses kind of pre-cut, pre-made sort of labels, but then what it does is I'll show you how to use stamping. So I guess you could use just some of the planner stamps that I shared on my channel here when I was doing like the planner stamping versus Deerest Dahling. But Michael's and other places, they have their own like sets of planner stamps. Like there's ones by Kelly Perky. Hero Arts, I think, is the name of that company, and they sell them at Michael's, so you can use like a 40% off coupon. But I'm going to show you just some really easy things to do with standard sort of office supplies and labeling paper to make your own planner stickers. It's a fun DIY. It's great to do with kids, and yeah, so just wanted to share this with you. So if you want to see how easy it is and how fun it is, then stick around for the video, and I really hope that you enjoy this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I have here is I have some Avery labels, and I'll just show them. I will kind of pull all of them out so that you can see kind of the, I don't know if the style number makes sense. So this is 5410. Oh, here's another 5410. This one is 5453 and 5408. So these are circular ones, and as you can see, these are just there's a lot that come in here. This is 1008 labels. 1008 labels. I mean, a lot come in here. I also got these, but these I don't think are as great, and they are removable. And when you buy these Avery labels, they do come removable, and I would recommend definitely getting the removable ones. So I'm going to link all of these in the description of this video so that you can access kind of getting them a little bit more easily. Let's see here. I might have some other ones here too. Oh no, these are just like the same ones that are this here. Oh, I have these too. This is kind of funny. These are 5125, and I made these a long time ago on my inkjet printer when I made my own planner pages, full size ones. So these are kind of long, like longer labels. I guess you could say they're almost like quarter box, or not quarter box, but just like appointment labels almost. But these don't fit comfortably across the Erin Condren or the Happy Planner boxes. So unless you have something that's wider, or unless you have like your own inserts that you make, or you're just like DIYing inserts, then these will not fit kind of in the team horizontal, or I'm sorry, the team vertical kind of way. These will work for horizontal planning, but yeah, here's another one that I just designed these very quickly because I like to do color coding, and I used to use these on my monthly view. So I don't use them anymore, but here's like an example of like the box, and you can see that, I mean, it's close, but this is clearly a lot shorter than this. So this is one of the most fun DIYs to do with kids, is what I've discovered, just because there's an element of it that just feels a little bit magical, and you're gonna see kind of what I mean in just a moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some color to these otherwise just blank labels. And these are all die cut. And as I said, this is a great way for you to do color coding and not use your home printer. So save a little bit of color kind of printer ink. So let me show you just kind of how this works. We're gonna go with purple just for the matter of the fact that it's like what I saw there, and I really love purple. So what I'm using is I'm using these Memento Dewdrop inks, and these are dye inks, and I'm taking the whole entire pad and I am holding it from the back, and then I am just using that to kind of sponge on the color onto these labels that have already been die cut. And I'm just patting this, and because it's pigment ink, it soaks in really, really nicely to the paper and it won't smear. It basically sets and dries kind of instantly. And this is pigment ink, and I'll show you also another kind of ink that's called chalk ink, and I will link both of those in the description of this video. So I'm almost done. And you're gonna get a little bit of like a watercolor effect, which I think is really, really cool. So it makes it look even more kind of special, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna go up there on that edge just a little bit more. But what you should be able to see, just in me doing that, is you can see a little bit of where the edges of that label. Now here's the really fun part. Because these are die cut, what you do is you peel off kind of the outer rim, maybe, like this. So then you can actually see the labels a whole lot easier for you to go in and stamp them even further and personalize them even more. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? I love this. It's like magic. It's so gratifying. So there's that. Let's do this with another one. The circle one is really, really fun to do. So this is 5418, Avery 5418. The circle one is 5410. And for whatever reason, the circle ones are just so much fun to do. Let's do the 5410. Let's do green. I love green. I don't know what my deal is. I just really, really like it. So, okay. And then, like I said, these are the dye inks, but I will show you the chalk inks just so you can see a side-by-side comparison of what they look like on this paper. Essentially this sticker paper. And you can press however lightly you want to. You can even mix up the colors if you want to. We'll kind of do something like that. And this is a super easy way, like I said in the intro, to make your own planner stickers. And you can get these labels on Amazon as much as you can get them on like in any office supply store where Avery labels are sold. Okay, almost ready to remove kind of the outer edge of the paper. Okay, you can see it. Here we go. And then it reveals the labels that are now color coded. Pretty cool, huh? I think it's great. Okay, let me show you now the ones that are the chalk ink, because they look a little bit different than these here that are the dye ink. So this is chalk ink, and I will link this in the description of this video, and it's different than dye ink because this ink kind of sits on top of the paper a little bit. It just has a different sort of a quality in the way that the color presents. So let me just show you that. I'll show you on a circle one because I think it's a little bit easier to see. And these are 5408, so these are a little bit smaller than this right here. Okay. And we'll go with the green just for the sake of the fact that then you'll be able to compare the greens. Okay, so this you have to press a little bit more, put a little more force behind it when you are, and you see these are petals, you just slide them out like this. Okay, so again, this is chalk ink, not dye ink. And I'm just doing my best to go through and it's hard for the camera probably to pick up, but just to kind of see, for the camera to show where the edge of the sticker is. And see how, like, I'm pressing a little bit more and it leaves just a little bit more behind. So if you want to, you can do a little bit of visual texturing when you are applying the ink to kind of make it so that it's a little bit heavier in some areas and a little bit lighter. And you can apply 2 different colors instead of just one. Like, we'll try some like that too. Okay, I think that that's probably good enough for now. Okay, the big reveal, here it comes. Yay! I think that's so cool. Okay, so let me just show you these 2 greens. So this one, this looks a little more kind of like sponge. You can see the visual texture there. This one just seems to have a texture that is just a little bit more smooth, just as compared to this one. This, of course, is a little more kind of a brighter sort of a yellow. Like a more, I guess this is maybe, I don't know. This is more of like a brighter yellow, so there's the difference. We will try just the purple one just for color comparison so that you can see this one, and we will do the same label number, which is 5418. We'll do this bright one just because this bright one, I can't remember what it looks like. I have to swatch these. So this is really cool just because you can see the texture of the stamp pad a lot more. And you could do this effect on planner pages as well. And then write right on your planner pages. And you see I'm kind of being uneven, and then I'm going over top of those heavier kind of marks. And that looks really, really weird, but I've done this enough times that having that sort of extra kind of look to it, it's not that big of a deal. Oops. This is my art table, so it doesn't really matter if it gets messed up in my studio, my front room kind of studio. Okay. Slide this back in. And clearly this is already just a lot, kind of a brighter, a warmer purple than this one here. Let's take this off. Like I said, this is really, really fun to do with kids especially. And I think that those are so pretty. I just really, really like that. So again, this is just a lot more subtle texture, visual texture, than this one that looks a little more of like, this is watercolor paper. So this is pigment ink and this is chalk ink. And I will link both of these sets of ink pads in the description of this video. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and, actually I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do pink. For my daughter to do just some color coding stuff. So I'm going to use this pink one right here. It's almost like a ballerina pink. It's called Angel Pink. Just because in my house and on my planner, we color code things. It's just incredibly helpful for me. On the calendar view, on the weekly view. You can use color as something called universal language, which is something that I have mentioned before in other videos. It's a little bit of an approach in educational design as much as just visual design that can really help make things more effective, communicate things in a faster way. Okay, so this is the dye ink again. Oops. Okay. And this doesn't have the split, so that's why I kind of tear it just a little bit. And here's the big reveal. So cool. Really fun. Okay. Now we have a couple of different colors to go with. We have 2 different kinds of green, 2 different kinds of purple, and pink. And let's go ahead. I'm gonna close this one up. And because this is for my daughter, let's see here. I'm gonna do, this is from the Sweet Stamp Shop Plan Work Set. And I'm gonna do this little quill and ink pot that looks like that when it's stamped. So when you do stamping, you need to have a clear block. And I'm just gonna place this on here, and it's a static one. So I'm just gonna place this here, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on it. People have asked me how to get them on, and they should stay. And if you clean them, and I have not cleaned mine yet, but if you clean them, it should actually make them kind of sticky again. And I have just really been enjoying using this sepia toned VersaFine, but I would recommend VersaFine as really good stamping inks. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this on here, and you can see there it's inked, and I'm going to apply it. Kind of crooked. Not a good example. I'm trying to do this for the camera, so that doesn't help. Let me see if I can make this a little bit less crooked. There we go. Getting a little bit better. But there's a little bit of an example. And since this is kind of like a long label, you could always put this in a planner box and then do little check boxes next to it. Like, these are all the writing assignments that, you know, you have to do, like, or blogging or something like that. That works. Let's do another one. Let's see here. This is from Studio L2E, and this is a pretty decent set. It's called Iconic, and it just has a lot of just your typical planner icons that might work. And I've used these before, so in a way just to see, like, the little laptop one would fit for computer work, or the phone. Let's see here, the house would work. Let's see here. Let's maybe do, let's do the computer for just technology, because this is, again, for my daughter. So I'm gonna put this on here, and it should stick. So there it is. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this, like, we'll just orient this way instead, like that. And I'll do this in black this time. Just actually, let me try blue. So this, you can tap it on the pad, or you can take this and tap the pad onto this here. I think navy blue and pink looks kind of pretty, so. You can see it. And no, these don't look like, you know, your regular kind of stamps, like, I'm sorry, stickers, so there's like an example. But it's kind of fun to do this, you know, just DIY stamping or just planner stuff. At least I kind of feel like it is. We'll do one more just for fun. One kind of job that my daughter has is she waters the plants. So this one is a little bit of a sprout, like a plant sprout. So I'm going to use actually a darker green on here. Let me get that. So here's the green that I picked up. These both came in the same set. I'm going to just ink this. You can see the dye ink. It's on there just slightly. It's hard to see. And then I'm going to put this like this. And there's a tiny little icon. And then I can do like a checklist next to it. And like I said, this is not perfect. Like this is clearly very DIY, but this is great for kids to do, or if you're just trying to save money, or it's just like a fun activity for labeling things. So that is Iconic from Studio L2E. Now this one, I typically always have purple, is what I do when I do color coding. My husband usually always has green. My daughter usually has pink, and I usually have purple. So we'll do just some for me, just using maybe some larger stamps. So I'm going to use Plan Work again, because I'm trying to do things so that I can actually use these. And I'm going to use the little envelope here. And ooh, I wanted to actually use a round one. We'll just use this for the sake of like example. And I'm going to do this navy blue, or this Paris dusk on green. See, it's ink there. Oops. Didn't do the best job because I had to try and redo it. I'll try that again. There, that's a little bit better. So then what you can always do is on this label here, you can just write kind of what you need to do. So I'll get a pen just for showing you an example. So here we go. I just grabbed a green pen. So you could always do a little bit of a checklist like this. So that you know, like, you want to do work on outgoing mail and then work on mail that will go out like tomorrow. So that's like a little bit of an example of what you could do. We'll do one more on the purple ones just so that I actually do have some stickers that I can use. So we're going to use this one, which is like the date night one, and we'll do this one with the phone with a little heart, because that helps me to remember to do things like checking on things on like comments and stuff on my videos, because I like kind of replying to comments and interacting with people in the comments. Is if you are a regular kind of frequent person of this channel, you know that well enough. I just really enjoy interacting with people in the comments, so I have put the stamp down there. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on it so it sticks a little bit better, and there it is. And we will do this in, we'll go with this color, so it's like a duotone. That's what it means when it's like the same color on the same color, purple and purple. It's inked now. Oops. I need practice doing this. Let's try it again so I can kind of redeem myself. There, that's a little bit better, but you get the general sort of idea. That needs to be centered better, but I'm trying to do this while also looking at the camera and doing this. And let me just show you kind of the one with the chalk ink too, so that you can see that purple on purple with the chalk ink. So we're going to ink this by just tapping this on here. And gonna wipe off kind of the excess with my finger. You can see that's just a little bit more of a subtle effect there, that purple on purple. We'll try, so just we can get a higher contrast, I'll just try this blue here. I have a feeling it's not going to be very bright compared to what I might be going for. But as I said, the chalk ink, it sits kind of on the paper. Yeah, that's really light, so that doesn't work that well. We'll try this again with the blue so that it's just a higher contrast. I'll even see if I can line that up and go over top of it. That's a little bit better. But you get the right idea with kind of how to make your own planner stamps. Or, I'm sorry, planner stickers. So there we go. So that's it for this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I think that doing planner stamping or just using office supplies like the way that we did in today's video, I think it's just kind of fun. I think that it's kind of cool to do DIY planner stuff and also to save money when you're trying to do planning, just because saving money means that you can spend it in other ways, like buying really delicious food. Food's really important to me. I really like to eat. I'm married to a chef. That's how life is for me. I think I'm always thinking about food. And being married to a chef doesn't help, but... And if you've looked at any of my Instagrams, you'll know just how clearly, like, how serious we are about, like, eating and food. I'm really hungry, and I even already ate breakfast, so that's not helpful. But, okay, I'm totally getting off course now. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I have other DIYs that I want to do this week that have to do with planning. So, and some of them are kind of like crafting a little bit, and some of them, like I mentioned in yesterday's daily video, are like showing you kind of how to make things for your planner. So that's it for this video today, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's daily video. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!